Hey there everyone, I am Marindam and welcome to the fourth part of the AWS Strands series for beginners. So in this video, we're going to build MCP-powered agents with Strands. So without delaying any further, let's get started. So before moving forward, if you don't know about MCP, MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It is an open source standard for connecting AI application to external systems. So MCP was originally built by Anthropic, but now they have donated that to the Linux Foundation, and the past year it has seen wide adoption in the developer communities. So today we will see how we can use MCPs and access 100 plus tools in Strands. Now let's see how to do that. So let me open my cursor. Okay, I have opened my cursor editor. Now let's understand the code. So first I am just importing all the required modules here, and then we are just accessing the API keys. So here I am using the AWS Token Factory models for accessing open source models through LiteLLM. So you can use other models as well based on your preferences. Next, here is the part. Here we are defining the MCP client. You can see I'm just using the MCP client function, and inside that I am creating the Lambda and passing the stdio server parameters. Here, for example, I am using this AWS documentation MCP server. So all I need to pass is the command and the argument here. So it will give us a tool to access all the documentation related information. Once we have the MCP client, we are just defining the tool. After defining the MCP client, we need to get the list of tools available in that MCP servers. So what we are doing here is we are just getting the list of tools available in that MCP server. So you can see I have also logged the number of tools we are getting from the MCP server. And then we are defining the agent. So if you have watched the previous 3 videos, you already know how we define agents on Strands. So I will not go deeper into it. So it is just like that. We are first defining the agent, passing the model, and here we are passing the tools. This part is important. So this is where we are actually passing the MCP tools. You can see we have defined the AWS tools here, and then we are passing it here. So it can use it based on the requirements. Now I have given a system prompt which will give us answers around AWS. And finally, we are defining the user query and just passing the user query to the agent so it can use MCP server and give us the results. So this is pretty straightforward. Let me just run it to see how it works. So let me go to my terminal and run this project. So I will just run uv run main.py. Okay, so you can see this is the query we are passing. So first we can see that we have loaded 3 tools from the MCP server based on this list tool request, and here is the query that we are passing. What is the maximum invocation payload size for AWS Lambda? So you can see, so first tool that it is invoking is the search documentation, and then I found some relevant documentation. So it is calling again and again. And finally, after getting all the information from the tool, it has given us the response here. You can see for synchronous invocation, asynchronous, and all the details. And this is really up-to-date information based on the docs. You can cross-check as well because we are accessing the latest information from the AWS docs. So now let's focus on the tool call part here. You can see first we have used the search documentation. Then we found some relevant documentation, but it needs more specific information. Then it made another search call, again search documentation. Then it called the next tool, which is the read documentation. It is also from that MCP server. Finally, it got all the required information that it needed, and then it generated this response. So for example, if you're building a support chatbot that needs up-to-date information, you can easily plug this kind of MCP servers and it will always give you latest information, which will improve the experience for the users. So this was pretty straightforward example. We have added one MCP server and saw how easy it is to do. But in production scenarios, one MCP server is not always enough. So now we will see how we can use multiple MCP servers with AWS Strands. So let me close my terminal and open the new file. Here, let's understand how we can use multiple MCP servers. So you can see, similarly, we are just importing the stdio client and the server parameters, the basic packages, again defining the AWS API key, and then we are getting the XA API key because we will be using the XA MCP server. For that, we need this API key. And then we are defining the model. Just like the previous tutorials, we are using Light LLM for it. So here is the first MCP client that we are building, which is the web search MCP client. So you can see, just like the previous one, we are using the MCP client function, then the lambda inside it, and passing the server parameters. So this MCP server is written in Node.js. So you can see we are using the command npx, passing the arguments, and then we are using the remote MCP URL of exa, and then passing the exa API key. So we can use the web search. So the next MCP server is the Airbnb MCP server. So here, similarly, we are just passing the command and the arguments. So in this case, we are using one remote MCP server and a local MCP server from Airbnb. Once the MCP clients are defined, the next step is getting the tools, just like we did in the previous one. So first we are getting the list of tools of web search, and then we are getting the list of tools from Airbnb. And then here comes the important part. We are combining all the tools and creating a variable called all tools, which has all the tools from the web search and the tools from Airbnb tools. And finally, while defining the agent, instead of passing web search tool or just Airbnb tools, we are passing the combined list of tools that is available. So you can see I have also logged the number of tools loaded from the web search tool and the Airbnb tools. And then all we are doing is, instead of passing the web search tool or Airbnb tools as a single tool, we are combining them and we are passing the combined set of tools in the tools parameter here. And then the rest part is similar. We are passing the model and the system prompt. So this is the user query. We can also add multiple queries. For example, let me add, awesome. So this will give us idea of which tool is working in which case. And we can add one more prompt here, user query India. So we have given 3 user queries, and now we will run one by one. So let's first only run the user query 1 to see what it's doing. So let me open my terminal and run it, and first clear this. So let me run uv multiple mcp.py. So you can see first it is starting the Airbnb MCP server, and here we have loaded 2 web search tools and 2 Airbnb tools. Total we have 4 tools, and now it is doing the query. You can see what is the fastest way to get to Barcelona from London. Okay, so here we can see that it has used the web search tool from exa to get the information. So we can see that all the details it has pasted it, like how much time it will take via flight, train or bus. So this gives a clear idea. Okay, now we will add the second user query. So here I'm just asking it to find rooms in Barcelona for 2 people for 2 nights. Okay, so let me just comment out this and run this. So this time it should use the Airbnb MCP server instead of the exa web search one. So let's see what it is doing. Awesome. So you can see that we are using the Airbnb search tool here. Awesome. So it has given us the options for the room in Barcelona for 2 people for 2 nights. So you can check the name and the rating, the price, and you can find the link as well. For example, this is the link that it suggested. You can see this room actually looks really good. So we have seen one example with the web search one, another example with the Airbnb search one. Both gave us result that we were looking for. So if you're building a production ready agent that needs multiple MCP servers, you know how to do it. Awesome. So now a quick recap on what we did in this video. So first we saw how we can create an MCP client and use it on Strands, and then in the next part we saw how we can use multiple MCP servers. So what we did there was simply defining the MCP clients and then getting the list of tools from all the servers and then clubbing them and creating a variable which has all the tools from MCP servers and then passing them in the agents so it can use all the tools based on the requirement. So that was it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If so, do give it a like and share it with your friends, and stay tuned for the next videos. I will keep posting more videos on Strands, and I have also pushed the code on GitHub. So you can go to awesomeaef/code/AWS Strands, and here you will find all the code that I have used in this tutorial and in the previous one as well. So you can easily access them and build on top of them. So thanks a lot for watching the video till the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye.